I am S. Sendhilrani, Assistant Professor, Department of Biochemistry, Sithalakshmi Ramaswamy College, Trichirappalli. Now let us see blood and its components. Blood. Blood is basically a connective tissue fluid. It is called as the fluid of life as it carries oxygen from the lungs to all parts of the body and carbon dioxide from all parts of the body to the lungs. It is produced in bone marrow, which contains stem cells that can develop into various blood cells. Properties of blood. Color. The arterial blood is scarlet red and the venous blood is purple red. Volume. In newborn, the volume of the blood is 450 ml. In normal healthy adult male, it is 5 liters. In normal healthy adult female, it is 4.5 liters. pH. The pH of the blood is slightly alkaline, that is 7.4. Viscosity. Blood is 5 times more viscous than water. Functions of blood. Nutrient supply. Blood supplies nutrients to various parts of the body. Respiratory function. Blood carries oxygen and carbon dioxide. Excretory function. Blood excretes the waste products such as carbon dioxide and nitrogenous compounds. Regulation of body temperature. It has a defense function, regulation of acid-base balance, and blood also transports hormones and enzymes. Plasma. Plasma is a straw-colored liquid component of the blood. It contains 90 to 92% of water and 8 to 9% of solids. These solids are either organic and inorganic substances. The organic substances are glucose, protein, lipids, and amino acid, and some nitrogenous compounds such as urea and uric acid. The inorganic substances include potassium, chloride, magnesium, phosphate, bicarbonate, etc. The removal of coagulation factors from the plasma leaves a fluid similar to interstitial fluid known as serum. This figure represents the different portions of the blood. Plasma is yellow-colored fluid which constitutes about 55% of the total blood. The middle white buffy coat contains leukocytes and platelets. It constitutes less than 1% of the total blood. The settled RBCs are known as erythrocytes. They constitute about 45% of the total blood. Serum. Within 45 minutes of clot formation, serum oozes out of the clot. It is different from plasma only by the action of fibrinogen. Serum is equal to plasma removal fibrinogen. Plasma proteins. There are 3 types of plasma proteins, namely albumins, globulins, and fibrinogen. These plasma proteins are synthesized in the liver. Albumin maintains the osmotic pressure in the blood. It also transports various substances and act as buffer. Globulin provides immunity, transport hormones, and it's also involved in blood clotting mechanism. Fibrinogen. They have a role in blood clotting mechanism and converts fibrinogen to fibrin. Functions of plasma proteins. They have a role in blood coagulation factor, role in defense mechanism, that is, the gamma globulins act as antibodies, also called immunoglobulins, role in transport mechanism. Albumin, alpha, and beta globulins are responsible for the transport of hormones and enzymes. Types of blood cells. There are 3 types of blood cells, namely red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. This figure represents the different types of blood cells. The white cells are called as white blood cells or leukocytes. The red cells are called as the red blood cells or erythrocytes, and the purple color cells are known as platelets or thrombocytes. Red blood cells. They are known as erythrocytes. They are the most common type of blood cells. They carry oxygen from the lungs to the body's tissue and return carbon dioxide to the lungs. The normal range of RBC in men is 4.7 to 6.1 million cells per mole of blood. In women, it is 4.2 to 5.4 million cells per mole of blood. Shape and size. RBCs are disc-shaped and have a diameter of about 6 to 8.2 millimicrons. Functions of RBCs. Transport functions. Blood transports the nutrients and the respiratory gases. RBCs also carry oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitric oxide, adsorbed proteins, drugs, and physiologically active substances. They provide an acid-base balance to the body. It also maintains the ionic composition of the plasma And the RBCs also have a homeostatic function. White blood cells, they are known as leukocytes. They are part of the immune system and helps the body to fight against infection and diseases. The normal range is 4,500 to 11,000 cells per ml of blood. Neutrophils. Neutrophils are white blood cells that helps body to fight infection and injury. The normal count is 1,450 cells to 7,500 cells per ml of blood. They are the most common type of white blood cells, making up 50 to 80% of all white blood cells. Eosinophils. Eosinophils are type of white blood cells that help the body fight against parasites and allergic reactions. The normal range is 30 to 350 cells per ml of blood. They are the part of the immune system and are sometimes called eosinophils or acidophils. Basophils. They are type of white blood cells that are part of the immune system. The normal range is 0 to 3 cells per ml of blood. They help the body to fight against allergens, parasites, and pathogens. Monocytes, they are type of white blood cells that are part of the immune system, fighting infections and removing dead cells or damaged cells. The normal count is 200 to 800 cells per ml of blood. They are the largest white blood cells and are produced in the bone marrow. Lymphocytes, they are also a type of white blood cells that help the body fight infection and diseases. The normal range is 1,000 to 4,800 cells per ml of blood. They are part of the immune system and are found in the blood and lymph tissues. Functions of WBCs. They mediate immune responses, including antigen-antibody reactions. B cells develop into plasma cells, which secrete antibodies. The T cells attack invading viruses, cancer cells, and transplanted tissue cells. Natural killer cells attack a wide variety of infections, microbes, and certain spontaneously arising tumors. Platelets or thrombocytes. Platelets are small fragments and the smallest component of the blood. The normal platelet count is 1,50,000 to 3,50,000 cells per ml of blood. The primary function is to stop bleeding when injured. If the blood vessel is damaged, platelets cluster together to form a blood burst and then a clot is formed to stop the blood loss. Common diseased conditions involving platelets include thrombocytopenia and thrombocytosis. Thrombocytopenia is an increase in platelet count and thrombocytosis is a decrease in platelet count. Functions of platelets. They have a role in homeostasis, platelet plug formation. This is important for clotting minute vascular holes formed during everyday life. Platelet plug formation takes place in 3 stages: adhesion, activation, and aggregation. Adhesion. A platelets adheres to the exposed collagen on the injured endothelium and to von Willebrand factor. Activation. They undergo a shape change and become activated and release the contents of the granules. Aggregation. The released ADP, PAF, and thromboxane act to produce even more aggregation of platelets, leading to the formation of platelet plug. Thank you.